Welcome aboard, and thanks for tuning in to Heavy Metal Truckers, where we give our honest thoughts and perspectives on all things heavy. We are your hosts. In this video, we are checking out the latest single from Gaerea, and it is called Phoenix. Yes, I almost forgot it. It is called Phoenix, and I'm hoping for the best.
Wait to see if they're still going the metalcore, more modern metalcore direction, or if they're going to go back to.
I have serious
where they started.
doubts. Man, I have serious doubts, but we'll see what happens.
We're about to find out.
So what you all thinking?
Well, your skepticism was well deserved, because they definitely have stayed more in that modern metalcore sound. To the point to where, like, we just did the Jaluka video, which they're basically modern metalcore. But they had enough variation in their music to where it didn't get stale, even though the song was kind of long. It didn't feel long. This was the opposite. It didn't really. Musically, yeah, they changed tempo here and there, but like for the most part, it was kind of the same. So it began to feel stale, and it began to feel like it dragged on, for me. I don't know. I'm guessing they've gone this direction to try to become more mainstream, I would imagine.
I have some perspectives to bounce off on yours later.
But yeah, that's kind of my guess, is they've done it to become more mainstream. But unfortunately for me, it's come at the expense of their creativity that they had before.
Not saying anything yet.
But, I'm sure modern core fans like Frosty over here probably would thoroughly enjoy this. But for me, it was probably, I'm not going to say probably, it was my least favorite song we've heard from them.
And for you, sir?
You're absolutely right. I enjoyed this.
Yeah, I figured you would. Which is not a knock or anything.
I was about to say no hate.
Everybody has. Yeah, no hate. No.
Well, we all have our different tastes and everything.
Which is why we brought you on here.
Yeah,
absolutely, because you didn't want to just be known as the metalcore haters.
Exactly.
We didn't want to be known as a two-dickhead. Go ahead. I was going to say,
you needed your puff piece. That's what I am.
No, we didn't. We were, well, because you can't say the two dickheads. You got to say the three dickheads, because we can't, because, you got the three musketeers. You got to have to be the three dickheads. I mean, come on.
There you go.
Oh, but
the only difference is I'm the only one that's not balding.
Yeah, we've always said on this channel that, even though we don't like something, doesn't necessarily mean it's bad, because everybody has different music tastes.
Absolutely,
it may be bad to us. It may be bad to like me or Pincushion or even Frosty, depending on what the song is. But it doesn't mean it's bad, because there's other people out there who enjoy it, or else people wouldn't be making it.
Exactly.
Absolutely. So yeah, no, I definitely enjoyed this. It's not the favorite one that I've heard from them so far. However, this one is pretty damn good to me, at least. And I disagree. I didn't necessarily feel that it got stale after a while. I feel like the subtle tempo changes and like the subtle nuances that happened throughout the piece kind of kept it from being stale. Like if it was just straight all the way through that way, then I'll give it to you. It would have been stale. But with the slight tempo changes here and there, and then the different aspects behind it, with the different changes and all that, I definitely feel like it did not end up being stale, for me at least. I've been saying this since I was introduced to them. I cannot wait to hear more from them. And yes, that is also me fully aware that this is not what they used to sound like. So I assume there's a video in our future where I get introduced to old Gaerea.
We've already done that.
Well, if we've already done that, then I don't.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, we already did it.
No, I don't remember.
We did.
If you don't remember, you can look it up.
Well, actually, I think you're right. I think we did. Yeah.
No, we did.
But no, I'm intrigued to see more. Okay. I think
their album's coming. So it's eventually be on the list. I know I got it on the calendar, but it's like 2 months away or 3 months away.
So, I loved it.
Really?
No, I'm mostly joking. I said, now, keyword, mostly. So I went into this with my core skepticism, knowing the route that Gaerea is going. And in the very beginning, I'm like, are they doing it? Like, are they going back?
And I noticed that too. Like the beginning riffs I thought so, and then it changed.
And then it changed, and I'm like,
Yep.
okay, there we go. So,
Yeah.
what Gaerea is doing at this point is doing what I'm beginning to hear some black metal groups, even like more modern ones, do, and that's so to kind of give somewhat of another backstory regarding this. Whenever indie kids kind of got into the metal scene, they took what was kind of like hipsterish almost, and that hipsterishness is like shoegaze. They took a lot of that metal and kind of blended the two, and so it's like they made what's known as like post metal, or in this case somewhere in this case black gaze, where so post metal is just it's a little past metal but going more it's a way of saying atmospheric metal but in a bizarre way. And then black gaze taking black metal and shoegaze, and so which I mean, our introduction to black gaze was Kokeshi, and that, well, granted they got some heavier metal mixed in with that black gaze, and they make it very captivating. But again, they're Japanese, and not to say that all Japanese is gonna make everything better, but it's been the common occurrence, so I'm gonna roll with it. Fight me in the comments. But again, Gaerea is beginning to go that route of being like black gaze, or going into that post aspect of metal, to where they're going more atmospheric, more of that just kind of very atmospheric metal, while kind of having that shoegaze aspect and being almost indie in that sense, to where they can be a bit more experimental and almost kind of lose themselves, and just it's a thing where they could potentially lose the audience depending on how much the audience is trying to pay attention or what they're necessarily into. If they're looking for more structure or rhythm, then they're going to lose them, because they're just going into like this haze of being into what they're playing. So it's kind of like where I feel they're going. The biggest knock I have on this track for me is oh my god, the lyrics are some of the most cookie cutter fucking self-empowering shit I've ever heard in metal. Like, it is the standard self-empowerment that you hear in metalcore, and they brought it into this. I'm a phoenix, I'm rising, I will ascend, no more shadows in my way, I've got a clear path to this light. The same shit we heard over and over and over again since like fucking 2010. Like, guys, fucking who was it? A Day to Remember, like, they were big on that. And all these other metalcore groups that supposedly come from small towns, they rose above the odds and whatever. Like, it's been done. It has been we're beating a dead horse at this point. So, like, I understand if you want to write something that's self-empowerment, but quit using a fucking phoenix, because that is so goddamn overdone, it's unreal. And talking about stuff being in your way, let's try and lyrically do it a little bit differently. Of course, at that rate, it's like, okay, we'll make it yourself. Okay, well, give me some time and maybe I will. But it's like, at this point, it feels like it's being rushed. Like, I know they can write well because they did so whenever I first heard them, but it's cascaded so far down to where it's like, it's just this modern metal, both instrumentally and is becoming lyrically too this way. And don't get me wrong, for what it's doing, it's phenomenal. Like, they still have some of their black metal aspects, especially in the beginning, and 3/4 of the way through they had it. And then, I won't lie, some of the post metal aspects were really not that bad for what it was. It's just, could I see myself listening to this? After several of these, potentially, but that's besides the point. And I mean that just in just relaxing, not just trying to have my face blown off by raw black metal. But yeah, so was it good for what it was? Absolutely. It was outstanding. For me, I'm mildly intrigued. And I am mildly intrigued to see what the album is going to bring. Am I going to hate it? I fucking hope not. But there's probably gonna be some aspects on the album that I absolutely love, and some others I'm just like, what the fuck does this end? So we'll just kind of see where it goes from there. But I'm assuming this is the last track before they release the album, or if they're wise, it'd be the last track before they release the album. But anywho,
That would be my guess. Yep.
yeah. So let us know what you guys think down below, and until next time, whether musically, lyrically, or literally, keep rolling heavy.